Hello, Bliss Seekers. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about how to help you overcome anxiety. And I posted in the Facebook group the other day about recognizing your triggers for anxiety. And this can be, I want you to make sure that you realize throughout the day what is triggering your anxiety and also the body effects of it. Like, what are you feeling in your body, as well as any instances when anxiety seems to come up, like maybe social situations or say you need to go visit your mother-in-law, things like that. Like, that you get anxiety in these kinds of situations. Say that you have a social event coming up where you have to get together with some people and you get really nervous and anxious going to parties like this because you hate talking to people, you hate making small chat, things like that. So recognize those and recognize what you feel in your body in those anxiety situations. So let's say that you are in an anxiety situation. You start to feel maybe your heart racing a little bit. You start to get sweaty palms. You get short of breath, maybe. Start to realize those things and write them down. And it's good to write them down so that you're aware of them and when they happen. Now, what I'm going to teach you here with how to handle these anxiety situations, it's going to help when you're actually in these situations. But it's preparing for these kinds of situations. You know when these are going to happen. You anticipate them. You actually probably worry about when they're going to happen. So knowing the symptoms, knowing when they're going to happen, and then to overcome these situations, you're going to create what's called an anchor thought. And an anchor thought is just a premeditated thought or feeling for when anxiety happens. Now, I taught my son this a couple months ago because he was having some really high stressful situations in gym class when he would get upset because things weren't going his way or the teacher told him to do something and he was having problems dealing with it and doing it right away. So I taught him this and I said, okay, when you have these anxious situations and you know that it's coming, you can feel it in your body, a lot of times our body will react before our mind will. So you could be having a fast heartbeat, you could be, the sweaty palms, all the anxiety symptoms that you have as far as your body goes, and your body is trying to tell you, hey, go into an anxiety attack, go into panic mode, and your brain starts to shut down and then try and protect you. But when you feel these things in your body, if you can have this anchor thought, it can keep your mind from going into that panic attack mode. So by creating this anchor thought, you'll be able to stop the panic attack from happening. So I told my son, I said, you need to think of something that brings you to either a happy place or happy moment or even a futuristic kind of moment. So say you're going to that party that you're going to probably get anxiety over and meeting people and things like that. So your anchor thought could be something like seeing yourself after the party and being like, I made it through. I didn't have one anxiety attack. I made it through without worrying the whole time. I didn't panic. I had the best time. And imagine that feeling afterwards of you getting through the night, talking to people like normal, not worrying about what people are thinking of you, and having a stress-free and enjoyable time. So think of that. Use that anchor thought in those kinds of situations. I told my son the same thing. I said, think of like one of the happiest times in your life of when you had the best time. Like it could be with a friend, it could be, with family, maybe it was on a vacation. Think of a time when you were at your happiest and most calm, and use that thought in those moments when you feel anxiety creeping up. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that helps out. I'm going to leave a link below on a post I wrote on how to recognize when you're having anxiety and the feelings in the body and things like that. So first thing to do, make sure you're journaling and recognizing when you have anxiety. And then the second thing is to create that anchor thought in anticipation for those anxiety situations. All right? So talk to you later. I hope everyone has a great week. And I will post more things like this in the Facebook group with a follow-up in the newsletter. So let me know how you feel about this, how this worked for you. If you've used it before, great. But yeah, give me some feedback on how this works. So talk to you later. Bye.